Joe Tiller. And Coach, in your pregame interview with Joe McConnell, you made the comment that you anticipated a close, hard-fought game. And I would say this probably ended up fitting that bill.
Yeah, talking to the Northwestern people, they thought this was a good football team. And if they hadn't blocked the kick, they don't know where they would have been. And when we watched tape, we said, yeah, this is a good football team. They're a hard-playing football team. They've got some skill offensively that can cause you some problems. I really like their quarterback. He didn't disappoint today. Their receiver didn't disappoint. Their safeties are hitters. They showed up again. So they're outstanding players, played well today. They had an extra 2 days to get ready for us because they played on Thursday. They had us well scouted. They knew what they were doing. And, we feel like, we did a nice job of making some adjustments, making some plays when they really counted. That's what you have to do in a game like this. I think our ability to answer their score, I think is significant because that allowed us certainly to stay positive, stay up on the sideline. And that's critical.
Coach, one of the big challenges last week, of course, was the injury to Torrey Williams. You had to scramble. It happened again today. You lost Darren Ling. Give us an update on there.
He has a cracked scapula, and it's probably 6 to 8 weeks, or maybe the season. That's not something that heals very quickly, and not a good deal for Aaron. We had to scramble. I looked out there one time in the secondary. We had 3 freshmen and a first-year junior college player out there. So I think the idea of playing these guys and getting a lot of experience, I think they're going to get better as we move along.
Quarterback position, Curtis Painter at times had some great throws, but he had 3 picks today. Talk about that.
Well, I was disappointed in the way he threw the ball a couple of times because, he didn't have a lot. He's a strong-arm guy, and, his last interception, for instance, he had nothing on the ball. He just kind of floated it, etc. But he'll get better at that. He's doing a good job. Ed's doing a good job with him. He's changing some things that he's done in the past in terms of trying to look people off of his eyes, etc. And it's now his seventh start. So, we hope that as things continue, they continue.
Well, you made the comment the Boilers showed up when they need to show up, made plays when they need to make plays. This is something you build on?
Yeah, I just make the comment to our team, locker room, we want to be a better team this week than we were last week. We want to be a better team next week than we were this week, and we'll be it.
Coach, congratulations. I'll turn you over to the rest of the guys. 2-0 start. We'll talk to you next week.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Tim.
Questions? No, just the performance today. Anything Spence seemed to be all over the place.
Yeah, Spence, is a physical guy and capable of making a play and made some good plays. He has the type of ability where he can go out and make a play. He's clearly our strongest defensive end, our most experienced defensive end, and a leader. And the only senior starting on defense, we'd like to have that guy come up there.
Joe, do you know what it was that happened to Aaron Lane?
No,
got hurt.
I don't.
Joe, in a game like this, the game looked close, you went for one, defense had to stop the game. Is this something a young team like this can build on?
Well, every time you play a game, like I said, better than the other one. The fact that it went the way it went. I said the last 3 possessions when our defense took the field, fellas, you couldn't win it on defense. You could have won it on defense. And certainly they came through and made a big play when they had to. And that's how you know you're taking another step, even if it's a baby step.
You talk about performance of Ogo, what he was able to do.
Yeah, he's a good athlete. Like I said, he's a track kid. I was talking to Coach Montgomery before the game, and they really like him and like the athleticism that he has that he brings to the position. I was impressed with his running ability against Northwestern. I thought he could even put up bigger numbers. But that was his first start too. So I don't know if it was his first start, but it was his first real action. No, I like that guy. I talked to him on the field afterwards because I want to get right up next to him and see really how big he was. He was taller than me, which means he was at least 5'6". Just want to make sure everybody's awake.
On a couple of Curtis's interceptions, it was hard. It was kind of so far off, we couldn't tell if it was break down his end or the receiver's end. Just miscommunication or something.
I think last week we had an interception to the receiver running along the wrong route. Or not an interception, but bad throwing ball, throwing to no one. And I think this week it was a little more quarterback. Like I said, he didn't have anything on a couple of those balls that got intercepted. Strong arm as he is, he's got to learn the difference between the touch and throwing it on there. I thought somebody was, extremely sharp on some, and like Billy Dickens. Wow. If he could win as many games as Dickens did, no complaints. He could look like that forever.
Last week you said you were more pleased with the play than tackles or front.
Yeah, they played better against the better front, and that's what we want. That's what we're doing. I talk about getting better each week. They a little bit better this week than they did last week.
Good job.
I still don't think we have our legs back. We're still a little heavyweight. We still don't like the way we're running defensively, but we're getting better. So I hope in another week, we finally got things back.
Joe, can you talk about what you did with the 3-4?
Yeah, we went to the 34 thinking that, it would be something that they hadn't seen and cause some problems for them. It's something that we want to feature throughout the course of the season. We needed to get them on the field. We were hoping last week certainly that we could hold it and not play it in the opener, and that was the case. And, maybe if we played it last week, we would play better defensively. But the things that we could do out of it can present some real problems to any offense.
Coach, talk about the special teams. Last week, obviously, the two major poop pies on the punt. Have you got anything shored up for now?
We're 1 week closer to it. Our primary goal going into the ball game, first goal going into the game from the special teams point of view was the mechanics of the player. The snap, number one, the catch by the punter, number two, the kick by the punter, the protection by the inside guys. We shored up inside, we cut our splits to nothing, and so, we wanted to just make sure we didn't have anything happen inside, On our place kicks, we wanted a good snap, we wanted a good hold, and we wanted a good kick. We thought the youngster kicked the ball extremely well today.
Joe, you talk about having a lot of weapons, try to have a lot of weapons in your arsenal, other than Brian stepping out of bounds on the kickoff. He even set up the York touchdown pass with the fake was to him, and they all sucked up. Is he starting to maybe develop into that guy that can make things happen consistently?
I hope he is. I'm anxious to see Brian play every week. He's maturing some more as a player. He's a little bit smarter than what he's doing, so it's just hope he keeps him doing.
You did think he was one of those guys that made strides from last week because he did drop the ball.
Yeah, the only I'm not going to say that's all we're going to do.
Joe,
I'll tell you later.
Jason obviously made some big plays recently, Jason Taylor. Enough to convince you that maybe offense is going to be his home for a while.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to move him over. We moved Keith Smith there last week, and we actually had a scrimmage on Thursday night with the young guys just for Keith Smith. The rest of the guys didn't want to. I knew what we were doing, and he made some plays and made an interception, and he's going to be fine at that position. I wish we played him. I think the difference between him and Ray Williams is wait until the senior year to move.
So at this point, with such a young secondary, are you pretty concerned? Would that be fair to say? For the secondary?
No, they'll get better. That's one thing about a young team, folks, is they can get better, and they will get better. What you don't want is you don't want a guy that's back there that's maxed out. You don't get no better. This group has a lot of upside. A lot of upside.
Joe, when you watch the tape tomorrow, you're going to especially scrutinize Royce, since now he has to, obviously his time has come, maybe a little before starting, and you're going to be interested to see if he does.
Yeah, I think he's a youngster that, like I said, I was talking to him. He's a guy I hunted up coming off the field, just talked to him about, hey, Royce, you got a lot more snaps this week, you'll be better next week, you'll be better than you were this week, just because of the familiarity of the position. He's an upbeat kid. He's talented enough to play the position. He's just extremely green, but you ain't going to get any experience if you don't put him out there.
Joe, one other thing, this game obviously made it a little closer to light, but it seems like even on your good teams, you lost some games like this at overtime in most games. Something to build on from that at all, or is that
Well, I think the difference between this year and last year, if you will, if you want to make a comparison right off the bat, is we went up to Minnesota last year, went into overtime and scored, and had to stop them defensively, and we couldn't and didn't. This year, we could and did.